Hey, this is Syax, but some of you may know me better by the names on the sign here. Today, I have something a little bit different than my usual videos. I'm going to be showing off a castle that I've been working on for quite a while. Now, the first thing you should know about this project is that it's still a work in progress. It's nowhere near done, but I have it in a state that I think is presentable right now. The second thing you should know is that this map was not generated by Minecraft. Basically, I first went into Google Earth, did some looking around for some interesting terrain. What I ended up with was a part of the Grand Canyon, so took some height map data, downloaded that from the internet, imported that into World Painter, filled it with water, set the materials, added trees. So this is a piece of the Grand Canyon, even though it looks nothing like it. And I'll just fly around here and we can get the first glimpse of the project. So we'll come around this point here. And the first thing we see are these two statues guarding the river flowing towards the castle, or flowing away from the castle, I should say. These statues, I think they turned out pretty well, considering one day I said, hey, I'm going to build a statue, and I just started at ground level, build them slice by slice, layer by layer from bottom up. I think they look pretty good. Moving beyond that, you can get the first glimpse of the castle in the background, but first we have this dam. So, yeah, just stone is the material, as is most of the rest of the castle. It's holding back the lake behind it, and I'll try to cut this video so that it doesn't take too much time, so I'll cut here. Here we are on the walkway on top of the dam, and the third thing I wanted to say about this map is that almost nothing you see in it was built in place. Almost everything was built on another map and imported in with MC Edit, and then I tried to seamlessly blend it in with the existing terrain as best I could. So I'll just turn around here. We can see the castle gatehouse, and turning and first look at the castle from the front. So in order to get inside, we have to cross that causeway, which means going through the gatehouse. So I'll just run over there. Okay, here I am at the gate, and it's currently closed. I'm gonna have to get inside somehow, so hit this button here, and oh, that doesn't open. I guess I'm gonna have to use the lock. So we come down here into the bottom of these towers here, and we have a combination lock designed by Minecraft Addict. We'll just enter in the code here. And the lamps lighting up means that I got it correct. Go back up and watch the cycling of the gate. So the water's draining, and as soon as that drains, we should see some action. And get some stairs, and the gate's open for us. Continuing on, you can hear some pistons cycling down below. That is a timer not allowing the gate to cycle again for a certain amount of time. That's to break the mechanism, and if this was on, or that's so that people can't cycle it again before it's ready, so as not to break the mechanism. And if this was on a server, I would reduce all that piston lag by only allowing it to be cycled maybe once every 5 minutes or so. So we'll continue on, have this nice retaining wall, pathway down to the causeway to the castle. The next thing I'll show is an overhead view of the castle, so you can get an idea of what it looks like. Okay, here's an overhead view of the entire castle, and a couple points I'd like to make before moving on is that Nearly every interior room is furnished right now, and any parts that aren't are just because I haven't gotten around to doing it yet. And the second point is you can see that it has a fairly complicated network of walls, and these are all functional. They can all be accessed from every other part of the defensive system of the castle, if you will. In one way or another, you can get from any part of the walls to any other part of the walls through a series of pathways and tunnels inside the castle. So I'll try to give a quick overview of some of the interior. Okay, walking through the main gate, we have this large fountain with tower entrances on either side for the families of the king and the queen. I'll walk around the fountain. We have the great hall of the castle, so we have dining tables, a dais where the king can sit. There's staircases back there for the important people, but back here we have staircases up to the throne room. Um, so this is for the public to get up, come into the throne room. We have a balcony out here overlooking the fountain, and I spent a lot of time on the ceilings in all these rooms, trying to put a lot of interesting architecture into them. This project was started long before upside down stairs and half slabs, and even before stone bricks were introduced. So I continued to not use those, and I think I accomplished some pretty interesting architecture without those extra blocks. You can see the throne up there. There's more staircases to the sides, moving up to the king's chambers. You can take a quick look up there. And so we just have king's room above the throne room. Nothing too special there. Another balcony. There's some other rooms in these towers that are not anything too special. You can come to the back here. These stairways lead up above the king's chambers to, I guess, a council meeting type chamber. You come back here. This is kind of the tower for some more royal family members, I guess, kind of thing. So there's, a dining room. You can go up to the roof from here. Continue on down. We can see some of the individually furnished rooms. So you have some bedrooms. Continue on down. You have a different style of floor with different bedrooms. Continue on. I'm trying to make this quick. I don't want to take up too much time, but just showing some of the different finishings I put inside. So we have a library here. And this is the ground floor. Just a little sitting room. And then we have a courtyard back here. It's kind of private. It can only be accessed through this tower and the back gate of the castle, which we're coming to back here, and we'll exit there, and then I can show some more interesting features here. So that door opens, and then this door, when you close it from the outside, you actually can't open it again from the outside. It opens and closes from the inside, but only closes from the outside. So I'll show some more different parts of the castle. Alright, now we're outside one of the front corner towers, and these towers are actually separate from the rest of the castle. Can only be accessed through this door here, and through the door to the identical tower on the other side. So I'll just take a quick fly up the tower. We can look through these windows to get an idea of the interior finishings. So each floor is unique, and I spent a lot of time working on these to get a a good look. And I think about the purpose of each floor, kind of what the tower needs, what the castle needs, and then kind of try to adapt my designs around what I'm thinking there. So you can see each floor has a very different look to it. And there's, I think, 7 floors in this tower, and then we get to the top. This tower on the side here is the barracks tower, and here you have an entrance to the dungeons. So this barracks tower isn't quite fully finished inside, but there is some stuff to see. So what we have on the main floor is just kind of another eating hall, and there's some bedrooms above. But the really neat thing in here is what you get in the dungeon. So we have an alternate entrance here that we can go down into the control room. So I've broken some holes in the wall, otherwise I wouldn't be able to show this properly. So prisoners will come in through those double doors, and through that other iron door are the cells. So you can open the doors on that side with that button, close those again on the other side. That button opens that door. But the neat feature I have set up here is that only one door can be open at once. So if that door is open, try to open the other doors, that one closes, and vice versa. So that's some interesting redstone. Now moving on, what we have back here are master controls for all the cells. So I'll break through the wall here. As you can see, we have all the cells there with a button controlling each cell here, but none of them will open because the master lock is on. So I'll disable the lock, and now we should be able to get into the cells here. Like I said, each cell has its own button. You can open the door. And so say I have a few doors open and I want to close them all. I can hit the button here and we'll close all the cell doors back up. If they're all closed, I want to open them all. Hit the other button, and a little bit of redstone lag, and they're all open. Now another feature I added is say all the cell doors are open like they are now, and you hit the lock, which disables all the controls. Well, you don't want to leave all the cell doors open and not be able to activate the controls. So if you close the lock, turn it to the locked position, it also closes all doors that are open. If I take a fly out here, we can take a look at some of the redstone that's involved here. So there's the double door controls, and then you have all the circuitry underneath here going to each cell and on the sides. Yeah, so there's some good redstone there. The last bit of interior finishing I wanted to show off was kind of this I guess temple type yard with kind of the temple building there in these towers here. So fountain, some tall grass, looks a little unkempt. So here is kind of, I guess, the spiritual center of the castle. I think there's some pretty nice looking architecture in here. Got some stairways kind of incorporated into the design there, and then above is some chambers. It's kind of a complicated network of stairways up there in these 4 kind of narrow towers. And then we come back outside, and what we have here is kind of the crypt. So I intentionally left it pretty dark. Have kind of these I don't know what you would call them, just markers, grave markers, and I got the names on the signs from the Song of Ice and Fire series. And there's a couple levels of this, and that's all for this. The very last thing I wanted to show inside the castle were some of the secret passages that I've built into the walls. So the first one here doesn't actually have any redstone at all. You just come up to the throne here, walk through the water at the back, causing me a little lag, and there's a staircase back here. Either side goes to some minecart stations that are actually built into the tower, and you can't tell that they're there at all from anywhere else in the castle. So they go down, spiral down through the tower into the ground, and I think if you didn't know these were here, you wouldn't find them for quite some time. Okay, here's secret passage number 2. I'm in the basement of the far back tower, and this is an area that's unfinished, but you can see this is just a continuous hallway right now. But if you come over here into the fireplace, hit the button in the chimney, you have a staircase, takes you down, and closes from the other side. Now I'm in the courtyard near that far back tower, and here's the third secret passage. So I have this well here. Oops, I missed. Retrieve that. Throw an item down into the bottom of the well there. Come across the yard to this tree here, and oh, there's a ladder going down. Come down and hit that button, and it will close back up. Alright, here's the last secret passage. So we're down in the crypts, and we're on the bottom level, and these last 4 stones here have buttons on the back that activate a combination lock. I won't go through activating it, but when you put in the combination, this back wall here opens up into a passageway. Alright, I think that concludes a brief tour of my castle. It's as short as I could make it while showing off everything I wanted to show. But just before I let you go, I'd like to show off the mechanism underneath the gatehouse, because it is a complicated piece of redstone work, and I'm pretty proud of it. So I'm not going to explain what everything does, but you can just see everything that goes into making this work. So it's just a mass of wiring underneath here. There's underneath the drawbridge, or the up and down bridge there. Over here is the combination lock. There's just a ton that went into that particular project. Many hours of work, many hours. And so we'll go back outside here, and oops, sorry for any lag in this video. I've been having problems with this map. I think it has something to do with the way I edited some of it, but gives me some lag issues. I'm trying to get it fixed. So to conclude, I'll close the gate back up. We'll come out here. That button that didn't work before will work now. So you can see the closing mechanism. Water flows back in. Stairs retract, and the water comes back down from the sides. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you like my castle. Bye.